Hello community, my name is Rohit and I am a past ESO contributor in Liquid Galaxy. So I am here to demonstrate how you can connect your real device with the Liquid Galaxy rigs via port forwarding method. This was the issue which I faced the last year and successfully resolved it. So I am coming up with lots of troubleshooting techniques and also written a full guide uh, if you didn't able to connect. So in this video we'll be seeing how we can create our port forwarding and access it. So first let's go to the demonstration part. Okay, so yeah, this is my device, you can see. So this device is basically disconnected right now, and I have put like LG username, password, and then we are having the IP address, which is what we use in the emulator. Now if I try connecting this, now let's see what happens. I'm going to get connection failed. Why this is because the port that we are trying to access is running on the Oracle virtual machine, and that restricts the outer world to access that port. Now in order to access the port, we need to do the port forwarding method, so that if I hit any port via the Wi-Fi network, then it should get translated to the port that the Liquid Galaxy rigs are using. So yeah, a little bit confusing, I know. Let's try this out, the example, then we'll be able to figure this out. So let's go back to the Oracle machine. Now here I will be putting a NAT network and we'll do the port forwarding. Let's go back to the tools, and there, if you have successfully installed and your machine is running, and if you have watched the Som's video, he showed you how you can set up your own NAT network. If you have one, that's okay, and if you didn't have one, then you need to do the port forwarding as something like this. So you can see you can create your own. So let's say NAT network 4. So previously I was trying to record the video, but somehow it gets deleted, and that's why you can see lots of network ports here. One more thing, if your NAT network isn't there, go to the settings, and in the network settings you can see this is adapter. So just put it there, NAT network, and name it as NAT network, and just click on apply as OK. So the NAT network will be assigned to this LG2 and LG3 and LG1. So this is the NAT network 4, and you need to enable the IPv6, and in the IPv6 you need to write this prefix. So I will share this with the documentation and the IPv6 prefix in it. So now go back to the port forwarding, and here you can see lots of rules. Basically I have a lot of rules because I'm trying to access every port on the Liquid Galaxies to my Windows host port. Yeah, so what you need to do is just go back to the Ubuntu machine, and now you need to check the IP address of this LG1. Just open your LG1 and write down this one, ipconfig, right? That IP, no, if config, sorry, this just sometimes I forgot that I not working on Windows. Yeah, so if config, now here you can see we are having a ETH0, and the IP address of this machine is 10.0.2.34, correct? Now remember this one and write 10.0.2.34, and the port is 22. So now the next, host port. So guest port is what we are trying to access. The guest port is the Ubuntu machine, and the host port is the machine which we are trying to access from the outside. So what is the host port? The host port will be the host port, and you can keep any numbers above 4000, that will work, and just make sure that neither of these services are running on that single port. So let's put it in this way, 655, and just hit on apply. So you can see that 6555 has been applied now. And if I put here the port which is 6555, you will see that again when we are trying to connect this one, so we will going to get an error which is connection failed. Why? Because I have changed the IP address to what we are using in our emulator, but this is not accessible. So we need to access the IP address of the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet that is connected. Okay, you can go back to the PowerShell and everything that you have, anything that's CMD, and just write down IP config. Once you write the IP config, and guys, I am going to blur this so that you don't see my IP address. Just joking. So now you can see the IPv4 address. This is my IPv4 address. Now put this IPv4 address here. So 192.168.29.239, and the port, keep the forwarded port as 6555. Let's try to connect. Yeah, so you can see now this is connected, and I will show you one more cool thing that most of us really see. So this is my termux, and yeah, this is nothing new. You can download termux from Play Store or from the GitHub repository. This is SSH-B. I'm trying to connect on the port 6555 and LG at the rate 192.168.29.239, right? So hit enter. So just apply yes. Okay, just apply yes. Yeah, now if I write the password, so you can see that I have been connected to LG1, and I can execute any commands that we have. So let's say put ls, you can see everything here, or you can go to any, or you can even send direct commands from here, right? It is just the terminal. So I'm exiting the terminal right now. Yep, I am. Now the connection is closed. Yeah, so that's a simple, a cool thing that I have to show. So this way you can do the port forwarding and connect to the Liquid Galaxy rigs. Now this is the very simple method which you can follow. Just set up the NAT network, and now going back again, and if you see, if you even are able to connect, and you, if this didn't work out for you, probably the case is, so I have written this documentation, you can read this out and go one by one. So sometimes it happens that the SSH server stops running. So you can check out this link there. They are having proper documentation how you can check if the proper SSH server is running or not. Okay, so but this happens very less time, because whenever you set up a Liquid Galaxy, the SSH server started automatically, and it doesn't stop. So yes, now the third thing is the firewall. So if you go back to your Ubuntu machine and just write down here sudo ufw status, it will tell you that whether the firewall is active or not. So status is inactive, right? The status is inactive means the firewall is off. If in case it is active, you can try this out. Sudo systemctl stop ufw, just click on OK, and this will make firewall turn off for you. So this was the second scenario where you might face this and it get resolved. And the third, I have tried all these steps, I have done everything, but still I am getting this error that I am not able to connect with my real device. So this solution 3 was just the experiment which which just came to my mind and just tried out. So what I've did is I disconnected the Wi-Fi, I turned on my hotspot, and then connected my Windows PC with the help of that. Now again I changed the IP address, since the IP address has been changed because the Wi-Fi is disconnected and now my phone is connected. So phone hotspot is connected and the IP address will again change. So instead of the IP address, put the IP address of the new one. So in your PowerShell you can just search out fconfig and see the current connected IP address and just put it there. Now once I have did that, it is getting connected, and again when I started using the Wi-Fi, and then from the Wi-Fi also it is connected. So sometimes it happens that the Wi-Fi blocks some certain ports, and because of the unauthorized transmission. So try this approach, connecting your phone's hotspot. And if this I think this will solve your issue in any case. So yeah, these are all the three solutions that I want to share with you. You can read the documentation and just debug it out. And even if you face any issues, you can write down your comments in the Discord section, and we are happy to help you. So thank you so much for giving up your time, and I hope you like the video.